tribe? It is your mom of 3 in NYC, and I'm back with a new video. If this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Taneza. I'm the mother of 3 friendly. They really are. My kids are friendly kids living in the heart of New York City. I do have a second family here on YouTube, and I would love to invite you to join me. All you have to do, SUBSCRIBE down below. We got lots to cover. This video, my friends, is a review. Married at First Sight. It is Chicago, season 18, episode 4, Wedding Bliss or Miss. Before our couples go on their Mexican honeymoon, they do the routine meeting their partner's family and friends at brunch the morning following the wedding. Everyone had a good night's sleep the night of their wedding, except for Michelle and David. Madison and Alan, we see them when they are waking up. They even wake up with a good morning kiss, breakfast in bed, cute little banter. The day's off to a great start. Alan and Madison both say they are looking forward to doing life together. Madison did show concern that Alan's last relationship ended just a year and a half ago. But he does make the point that he did work through the issues that he had in therapy. Carla and Juan. Tribe, I mentioned this in my previous video that when Juan heard Carla say money was not a big deal to her, money is energy, he was all for it because he has 2 jobs, one that has no income right now, his startup, right? Juan tells Carla he doesn't drink coffee except for on the weekends. His vibe is orange juice and carrot juice. Carla said, oh, I love every kind of juice. I love juice. He's like, oh, do you have a juicer at home? She's like, no, I get it. He said, Juan said, you spent a fortune. They're $10 each. In the confessional, Carla was like, they're actually $13 each. Goes both ways, Juan. Money is not real. Money is just energy. And she means that. She does. She's going to spend $13 on a juice she could make at home. Camille and Thomas wake up. Super cute. I like them more and more. Thomas said that meeting and marrying Camille was absolutely the best case scenario. She literally cheeses this entire episode. She's got beautiful teeth. She could not stop smiling. I'm here for it. I'm here for happiness. Michelle makes it known loud and clear she did not sleep well. Between David snoring, his alarm going off at 4:45. What, David? David, turn your work alarm on your phone off. You're not going to work for a week. You're not. I would have been so annoyed, you guys. David snores, David's work alarm going off at 4:45 in the morning, and him moving around and getting up to go to the gym. You gotta be quiet, buddy. You're not solo dolo, David. You want to get Michelle in a good place. All of the above is not helping. David explains to Michelle that he now works second shift, and so he works 2 until I think 11, and Michelle's concerned. She's like, well, when will we see each other? He lets her know, hey, I'm still an early riser. I get up early to go to the gym. We'll definitely see each other in the mornings. Michelle is still hung up on the fact that David chose to live in the same house as his parents. She says, quote, it's not attractive living with your parents in your 30s. He explains, slow your roll. I have my own entrance. I have my own kitchen. I have 2 bedrooms. I have student loans. It's my own apartment in the basement. I can go without seeing my parents for ages. I have my own place. I'd rather help them with their mortgage or rent than spend $1,700 on a studio where all I'm doing is going to sleep in it. And what he says makes perfect sense. My own sister, after getting her master's, went back home with my parents for like a year and just stacked her money. And after that year, she bought her first apartment. And so I get it. I get it. And the cake says what his only question was what if I'm not enough for her? Speaking about his wife, says, do not worry about that. We have a connection. Seems infatuated. She does. He is head over heels. I'm not sure if it's her true emotions or it's the alcohol, because she's not stopped drinking. She is fighting to keep her eyes open, whether it's first thing in the morning or late at night. Madison and Alan meet with their in-laws / friends of their new spouses. Madison meets with Alan's mom, Mary, Alan's friend, Joe. Alan meets with Madison's father, Mark, sister, Kayla, brother, Austin. Why is Mark telling Alan to get tested? That's weird. That's weird. That's something Mark should have told his daughter to remind her new husband. That's awkward and weird. First time that you're having a one-on-one conversation or like a three-on-one conversation, you bring up getting tested for sexually transmitted diseases. That's weird. No parent should be having that conversation. That's weird. That's weird. And it absolutely caught Alan off guard, but he didn't miss a beat and says that absolutely yes, I have a clean bill of health. Mark was like, okay, make sure you show her. Mark's a trip. Madison's family does tell Alan that you're not her usual type. Madison usually goes for a pretty boy, super well groomed, but your personality is what won me over. I was like, wow, what a way to say you're not cute, but you're funny. Alan's not bad looking. But I guess she dates super good looking, super macho, as she mentioned, men. I saw this in episode 1. Alan's mother, Mary, needs therapy. She needs help. She is unresolved, unacknowledged, undealt with trauma. The way she was weeping at brunch, Mary, get it together. Alan's not your husband. He's your son. Let him have a life. You get a life too, Mary. She leans on Alan for way too much emotional support, and she needs to get professional help for that. Meets with Ike's mom, Aminata. Ike's last relationship was 12 years ago. Not Ike's family saying that he's known, and how is going to react when females approach him. And she was like, well, it's up to him to make me feel secure as his wife. Good answer. Pause. It is at this very moment. Says, like, he's awesome. Like, why is he still single? When his family and friends explain to her he is looking for perfection, he's looking for a unicorn, he's never satisfied, I said that changes the game. I, Taneza, will admit when I'm wrong. When I first met I thought that she would not be satisfied with him because she's so accomplished. Things have changed. Ike is the one who has been looking for perfection. He's not going to be satisfied with 12 years? Over a decade? And you're handsome, smart, accomplished, all the things going for you. That's one of the cons of social media. Grass is always greener. At that point, I knew Tribe. I said, oh no. Tables have turned. I was worried he would not be enough for like I mentioned, but I think it's the other way around. I think he is looking for perfection. And he's going to feel, I've waited this long, it needs to be amazing. And marriage, while it is amazing, is hard work. Michelle meets with David's family. Not his mom bringing out a whole notebook. She said, I am not trying to forget a question. What are his pet peeves? Michelle wants to know. His mother lets him know that he loves to work out. Does not want to miss a workout. Michelle's honest. She's overwhelmed, overloaded with information. Her heart's in a good place. She comes from a pure place. And David's family just want to ensure that she has good intentions and that she's taken this whole process as seriously as he is, because he's 100% committed to it. David meets with Michelle's mom and 2 sisters. They again reiterate that Michelle has been very successful on her own. When he mentions the whole living with his parents, the disgust on their face, disgusted. The living with his parents is going to be a problem. And I'm not sure if Michelle's going to get over it. But her sisters tell David, you got to pump the brakes. You're a lot real fast, and you need to relax. She needs time to process. She is overwhelmed. When she gets quiet, she's checking out. So just relax. Give yourself to her in pieces, buddy. Carla and Juan. Carla meets with Juan's family. Juan meets with Carla's sisters. Carla wants to know what makes him happy. His father said, wait. Hold on a minute, young lady. How do you make your money? Juan's father said, no gold diggers here, buddy. What do you do to make your money? She's a hairstylist, a Pilates instructor, and she's a sound healer. When we cut to Juan with Carla's sisters, he says she has to work, at least for now. At least for now. She needs to contribute to the household. She needs to work. And everyone echoes she wants to have kids. Are you okay with her being a stay-at-home mom? He says, yeah, eventually, but right now, she needs to contribute to the household. Camille and Thomas. Thomas meets with Camille's mother, Martha, her sister, and her father. Thomas tells her father that I've taken 4 years to get to know myself. He says, listen, I like what I'm seeing on the front end. But I still got my guard up, Thomas. I'm watching you, bro. Button your shirt up, sir. Button your shirt up, or get a crew neck. But all this chest area, no. Camille meets with Tim, Tom's twin, and his sister-in-law, Becca, along with his adoptive mom, Rebecca. Camille asks, does he have any triggers? He does not like conflict. According to Camille, they seem to both be similar in that they're both sponges. Mom asks, you know that Tom does want children? And Camille agrees, sure, I do too, in the next 2 years. At that point, Mom was on Camille's side. Mom approved of Camille. When she found out that she was down to give her some grandchildren, she was like, okay, I think you're going to be good for him. I do. I think you're going to be good for him. After the meetups with their in-laws, again, MM voices the concern that Ike is looking for the perfect person. Ike says, don't worry, I can see success with you. Michelle and David meet up. It's not a good sign that she always has a drink in her hand. That's not a good sign that you need alcohol all the time. The fact that Michelle always needs a drink is not a good sign. Michelle then discloses to David about her meltdown after the ceremony in the bathroom. David had no idea. David was flying high. He was so happy. He had so much fun at the reception. He had no idea that Michelle was this overwhelmed or felt this way. And she asked him, are you embarrassed that you're living at home? And he says, yes, just because being a mama's boy feeds into that stereotype, and that's just really not him. It's just practical, easy, and convenient for this time in his life. Michelle, you're not going to move in with them. Give him a chance, Michelle. You're going to have your own spot for 8 weeks, and then you guys can move back to your place or get a new place together. You are not going to have to move into a basement apartment below your in-laws. I promise you won't. I don't see that happening. Again, he's just trying to save money. She is still hung up on it. Madison and Alan, aside from the STD test question, everything went well. Even though you're not my normal type, the attraction is still there. Don't you worry, Alan. Day 2 of marriage. The couples all meet in the bus outside of the hotel to head off to Cancun. Michelle cannot believe how comfortable the other couples seem to be with each other. She's like, did they know each other before this process? When they reach the resort and they're at the hotel bar, Carla asks the group how the matches are. Madison, I didn't like this. She pulled a fast one on Alan. He was blindsided. He had no idea that she felt this way. He had no idea that the reality set in, that she was kind of taking a step back, that it all became so real to her. Thomas and Camille are great. They cannot wait until they have alone time. It reminded me of the scene back in their hotel suite where Camille shows him some lingerie. She's like, do you like it? He's like, oh yeah, don't thought it all. Bong chicka wow wow. David and Michelle. When I watched their body language in the group of couples at the hotel bar, not only was Michelle not touching David, other couples had their arms around each other. Not only was Michelle not next to David, Michelle is leaning in the opposite direction of where David is sitting. That has to hurt his feelings. That cannot make him feel good. Day 3, it opens up with Juan, loud music. Carla's 7:30 in the morning. She's not a fan of his bluegrass music. It was a cute scene. David! David, we already know that you're on thin ice. Turn your alarm off. Why is it going off again, David? I would be so annoyed with you. Turn the 4:45 alarm off. It should not be going off. This is the second day in a row. You're not helping matters. You're not helping your case, buddy. David said he slept on the couch. He sure did. He got some chicken tacos at 1 a.m. and he enjoyed his chicken tacos and slept on the couch. Michelle said she's fine with it. That's not good for the relationship, though. I'm telling you that right now. Again, 3rd day, Michelle asked David while she's getting ready, who would choose to live with their parents at 36 years old? I said, Michelle, you're being mean now. We know how you feel about it. You've expressed it multiple times. Now you're getting mean. You're getting berating. You're becoming a bully. You have to work through this yourself. Stop attacking him for his life decision and his life choice. That's not cool. Quote, I never would make that choice. Okay, we know. That's cool. See Ike and M by the pool. Ike does not eat meat. When M says she will never turn down food, she eats anything and everything. Liver, chitlins, all the above. And Ike's like a little bit disgusted, but hey, do you, boo. M says she likes all the meats. M explains how she has been engaged previously, and she was a little bit surprised to hear that Ike had been engaged previously as well. Why does he get into the pool with a shirt on? Ike, why are you in the pool with a shirt on? He's like, I got too many clothes. Yeah, you do. You have too many clothes on in the pool. They are super affectionate, and she has her legs wrapped around him in the pool. They're getting a little bit hot and heavy. There's definitely a physical attraction there. I think she should cool it off a little bit. Go a little bit slower. Continue to get to know him, because once you cross that line into intimacy, you can never come back from it. Alan and Madison go out for a lovely romantic dinner. Saddens and shocks Alan to hear that Madison may think they don't have the same connection that they did on their wedding day. That's sad. And I really, really hope they can get back to that place, because he's a great guy. I wonder if something happened, because 2 + 2 is not equaling 4 right here. She was so head over heels, excited, happy their wedding night, and then the next morning. So I'm wondering what happened. Maybe she's telling the truth when she says reality just hit her, that she's married now. But I do hope that she gives their marriage a chance. All right. As always, leave any questions, comments down below. I'll see you in next week's Married at First Sight review. Bye for now, tribe.